So you know what? Here is your friendship charm. I'm taking it off and it's going in the dirt.
She's a bad person.
She's bitter all the time.
It looks that bad? You look ridiculous. You should sue.
I think she's self-absorbed, immature, and clueless, and she's desperately insecure, and that cocktail leads to toxic behavior.
Am I right?
No.
So it gets better from here, right?
No.
Oh.
For a second there, I thought you were going A crowd on me.
We're doing a live episode, July 30th through August 1st in the Pacific Northwest, and August 6th through 8th in the Upper Midwest. There will be a Q&A, there will be merch, there will be VIP tickets where you get to meet and greet us. Tickets on sale. Come see us because we want to see you. You specifically, Jeff.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who loves movies. This is...
Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who loves Genovia.
I could see you being Princess of Genovia one day. You've got the gams for it.
I really do.
So we're looking at Lily Moscovitz.
You should sue.
This is a Toxic or Not. This is where we break down characters that the internet claims are toxic, and we explore, are they actually? So some ground rules. What does toxic mean? So we need to agree on terms. Toxic is defined as insidious, pervasive, and corrosive. And we have found that a lot of characters people call toxic are really just kind of mid.
They're just kind of like, people.
But I think Lily actually...
I think she is.
Let's see.
I think she meets the definition.
But
It's a
let's
high
see.
bar. And I think
We got to
she
break it
clears
down.
She could certainly shoot a basket into it.
What about when you come up against him? What then?
I'll fight harder, I always have.
Take a look. His speed, his ferocity, his training.
So weird how good she is at basketball while simultaneously being terrible at
She's the
basketball.
worst form of anyone I've ever seen who makes every single shot.
Somebody sat on me again.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I was just
It's such a weird thing to hear out of context.
Wait, it's really a dumb class.
Jerk and jerkette sighting.
Like, they're just existing over there. Like,
Yeah.
they are jerks, but they're literally... Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
I mean, look, that's pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean, Mandy Moore's lovely. Even with Mandy Moore, I'm like, I'm not going to chew gum that was in your mouth. Okay, Anne Hathaway, you're great.
What? What? You never saw two idiots exchange saliva before?
Oh. Yeah.
You're so unpleasant.
Good. You know, for a second there, I thought you were going A crowd on me.
I thought you were going a crowd on me because you're looking at people?
Well, Lily also, I think, is projecting here. Lily is jealous of the A crowd.
For sure.
The way I know is because she's bitter all the time about them existing.
The time.
And then she projects that onto Mia and criticizes Mia again for existing.
Well, and criticizes her for not being angry enough. Like, you're not mad enough about the things I'm mad about.
Welcome to Twitter.
Well, at least your dad's still alive.
Hey. I thought you're getting over that. It's been, what, 2 months?
What are you talking about?
After all, he was my dad.
You are a monster.
Yes, but you never
And her sunglasses stolen from, like, Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know, the shades that Gary Oldman... Oh.
She's a bad person.
Like,
She's a bad person.
I actually lost a parent. My mom died. If someone said to me, hey, aren't you over that? It's been 2 months. That person would no longer be my friend. Now, I understand. The whole point is that Mia didn't have much of a relationship with her dad. Didn't really know him. But still. And I know Lily's a teenager. But still. It's a dead parent.
You're supposed to be, what, they're like 15, 16?
Yeah.
You must know better than this. You must.
Okay.
Like, I cannot blame that on like, oh, well, teenager's gonna teenager. No. 7-year-old, sure, that's kind of cute and funny.
Toxic or Not. First scene that we watched, more obnoxious than toxic. This like slams the toximeter. It's broken.
It's like, it broke. It's just buzzing now.
Oh man, Lily is pretty self-absorbed, which is true for teenagers, generally speaking. If you're looking at neurodevelopment, they're locked into a first-person perspective.
Sure.
And
I mean, the physical ability in your brain to step outside of that doesn't start developing until around 13, 14, and it doesn't get fully developed until like early 20s.
And so it's stages, because like little kids can start to have empathy for other little kids or for adults or for other people's feelings, but they're still going to put themselves first.
It's very much, I would feel this way in that situation, right? It's not, I see where you are and I see how you're feeling and you are a complete entity outside of me. That isn't developed yet, but like, come on.
Well, and for people their age, it's still a struggle to get outside of your own perspective, but a dead parent's a pretty big, it's like someone tossed a beach ball at you to hit with a baseball bat and you missed it. Like, how do you miss that this should be an empathy?
Not only did you miss the beach ball with the baseball bat, you hit your own face. So it gets better from here, right?
No.
Oh,
it does not.
It does not. All right.
Finding a good doctor you actually like can be harder than finding a best friend who's not the worst.
But also, you're kind of looking for similar traits as you are in a best friend.
Someone who really listens, makes you feel comfortable.
Explains things clearly, gives you a lollipop.
So basically the opposite of Lily.
Yeah. This dream doctor does exist, however, and you can find them on ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality, in-network doctors so you can find someone you love.
You can find doctors that are right for you, see their real-time availability, and click to instantly book.
No waiting around, no phone tag.
You can find in-network appointments with more than 150,000 healthcare specialists across all 50 states.
You can easily search by specialty or symptom to build a healthcare team that's right for you.
ZocDoc appointments also happen really fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours. Sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. A booyah.
If I need to find a new doctor, which statistically I will, I'm going to use ZocDoc to find and book a great one near me. I'm getting older.
Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/cinematherapy.
This message is sponsored by ZocDoc. You probably figured that out already.
Dude, I remember that era of hair. She's got doe eyes. Like, she's the most Disney princess real person in real life for big eyes.
I always think you can get a ride with us. Oi, who destroyed you?
Oh, you think it looks that bad?
You look ridiculous. You should sue.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I know that it's
That's not friendship, that's insecurity.
Also, objectively wrong. Anne Hathaway is beautiful.
Attractive.
What are you
No, it's
talking
not
about?
attractive.
Seatbelts, please.
What I really can't understand, you ditched me again yesterday when I really needed your help on the Greenpeace petition. This bag. You have one of these bags? You know, we could hawk that and feed a whole third world country. Am I right?
No.
No.
There are no more passengers. Close the door.
I mean, you used to care more about what was inside your head instead of on it. Come on, Mia, fess up.
The film is not saying, oh, this is good behavior. So it's not that the film is toxic,
Yeah.
but Lily is toxic as
Yeah, guys. This is even easier than Grease, which is the other. Actually, no. Grease is
No,
still
Grease,
nice.
Grease is still, Grease is a toxic garbage fire.
Who just rounds on a friend like that and attacks them for trying something new? Also, I grew up with 3 sisters.
Sure.
I now have a daughter who's a teenager. I used to work at a home for at-risk teenage girls.
Yeah.
So I've known a lot of teenage girls. And in almost any case, a girl tries a new look and her friends tell her how wonderful it is, even if they don't mean it.
Yeah, even if they're just being nice. Lily is a horrible person.
And for Lily just to demolish Mia for changing her look.
Well, and that's why, listen, I'm going to argue Lily does not think of Mia as a friend.
Yeah.
Lily thinks of Mia as an accessory. You are a thing that I can use to help me with my Greenpeace project, to dump my anti-capitalist screeds into. Which, look, am I a fan of big, expensive handbags? Not really. If my friend showed up with one, I'd be like, cute bag.
That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
It's not
It's
that
the
hard.
easiest thing in the world. Like, you could score points with zero effort by just going, oh, cute bag.
Well, and to the point about self-absorption and seeing Mia as an accessory.
Yeah.
Lily, I think she does see Mia as a friend, but I don't think Lily fully comprehends what actual friendship is.
Sure.
She sees it as solidarity. We belong together because we're the same, and we validate each other's existence by our sameness.
This is what we see from, like, toxic internet cultures.
Oh,
A
good
lot,
point. Yeah.
right? It's just like, oh, you think the exact same as me, therefore you are good. People who think different from us, bad.
Right. And so when Mia changes, Lily sees it as a threat not only to the friendship dynamic, but to her very identity, because Mia's role in Lily's life was to validate my existence and how I am by seeing the world as I do, and we both dress differently. Now you're dressing like an A-lister, you've straightened your hair, you've done makeup, and it's a perceived threat to Lily's identity.
And instead of, like, asking and being curious, like, whoa, this is very different from the you of 2 weeks ago. Why the sudden change?
Yeah.
She does none of that and just jumps straight to attack.
Yeah.
Right? She's not curious. She's just judgmental.
Barbecue sauce.
Lily does have an arc. The purpose is that she learns and grows with Mia and their friendship. Like, we'll see all of that happen. But the question is not, is Lily a well-written character who has a good arc? The question is Lily toxic? Yes.
At this point, yes.
Yes.
Still toxic.
She has a hat. Do you really think wearing that hat is going to keep people from seeing your new vanity?
No.
Just because the student population might be morally bankrupt, but it doesn't mean they're blind.
Lily! Just stop it, okay?
Give me a...
Just because your hair sucks, get off mine.
Ouch, thank you.
Michael, can you please pretend you have a life for just one moment?
Thank you, Discount Jim Halpert.
Relax. Breathe.
I don't understand the lavaz. I don't understand the harmonica, but I love
Hurt
it.
me. I am so sick of you ragging on me all the time and always telling me what to do. You know, I get enough of that from my mother and now my grandmother, and I don't need it from you.
I'm not an idiot, so I know that something's going on that you're not telling me. Friends tell. So you know what? Here is your friendship charm.
So
I'm taking it off, and it's going in the
Mia
dirt.
tried to hold you accountable, and your response is to nuke
Do
the
that,
friendship.
okay?
Yep.
Just, all right, just wait.
Why?
So we're going to get to, I think, a tiny, tiny improvement in the next scene.
Yeah.
But so far,
Guys.
this might be worse than the previous scene. This is bad, guys.
I would say every scene is worse than the previous scene, except for you should be over your dad's death after 2 months. You can't get worse.
top that.
You can't get worse
There's
than
no
that.
topping that.
And again, there's a narrative function here because Mia needs to develop the backbone to stand up for herself.
Yeah.
And so Lily serves that function in the script. It's a thankless job to play such an unlikable character. But this is, if you have someone in your life like this, guys, that's not friendship.
No.
Friendship is you're evolving and I support you in that because I want whatever leads to your fulfillment and happiness, even if it means we're different.
And look, sometimes friends grow apart. Sometimes you decide to make choices that are incompatible with your friends' choices, and the two of you decide to go apart. Sometimes that's very painful, and there can be shouting matches and whatever. If you are more mature about it,
Yeah.
you can have a discussion and go, okay. And then sometimes you don't even have to have the discussion, and sometimes you just drift apart over time.
Yeah.
Also okay. This is life.
Yeah.
It is painful sometimes, but it happens. That isn't good.
Sometimes people evolve and you can still love and support each other. And that you may not be in each other's lives as much, but Lily's super threatened by that. And listen, I get it. She's a teenager. Most of us as teenagers.
Oh, you're gonna lash out when you feel attacked, and she feels attacked.
Yeah.
Because Mia was attacking her because Mia was being attacked.
Okay, so, I mean, all accurate. So, like, I'm actually more sympathetic to Lily as a character than maybe I'm letting on. It doesn't change the fact that she's a terrible friend.
Yeah.
And that at this stage in her life, she's super toxic. We see her in Princess Diaries too, not toxic.
Lovely friend for both scenes. And again, not asking.
No.
Just threatening to dissolve a relationship because you make me feel bad. Why don't you just accept everything I tell you to do?
It's also a manipulation to get Mia to spill a secret that she clearly doesn't want to spill.
Right.
You spill it or our friendship's over, and it works.
That is
inner peace.
such bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, that actually infuriates me. Most of this is like sort of comedically stupid. That infuriates me because I have been in relationships with people who tried to emotionally manipulate me that way, and sometimes they succeeded, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I hated who I was when I was around them. I hated the person they made me become. Obviously, I had choice there, but like, they manipulated me into making choices that I otherwise would not have made, and I hated that version of me.
Yeah.
And so I see this, and it makes me viscerally angry in a way that is not Heather Matarazzo's fault, but also, is it?
Because she
No,
plays,
it's not.
She plays the character really well.
If you're liking this episode, you can show us by hitting like. You can also hit subscribe, you can hit the bell, and select all, because then you get notifications every time we release an episode. You won't be relying on an AI to tell you what to watch. You'll be making your own choices about what to do and how to live. Be free.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So she tells her, and now...
Shut up!
By the way, the way Gary Marshall staged that, like them hidden behind the tree, was awesome.
Sorry, I was harsh, and I don't know what else there is to say. Will you come on my cable show?
No, I can't. This
Can I
is a
use
royal
you?
secret, okay? You can't tell anyone, not even Michael, especially not Michael, but you
Lily!
are sworn to secrecy. Come on, secret handshake.
Oh,
You know, we might
I'm
have to
sure
have
that
a
was
new
Lily's
secret
idea.
handshake.
It definitely was.
Are you really sure you can run a
Their entire
company?
friendship was
I mean,
Lily's
you
idea.
barely keep your goldfish alive for more than a couple of days.
You know, Lily, I'm not really sure of
You're
anything
all
right now.
over the place, Lily.
There are pros and cons to being a princess.
Don't say that word, okay?
Okay,
People can hear.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So Mia tells the secret, and Lily rewards it with, now we're best friends again.
Now we're best friends. Can you come on my show? Can I use you to further my aims, which is the only thing I've ever done?
And it's true that she says, I'm sorry I was being harsh. This is a great opportunity to talk about in abusive relationships, because that is what this friendship is. It's full of manipulation and cruelty.
Yeah, if it's not full-blown abuse, it's right on the border. It's real close.
In abusive relationships, the abusive party does apologize sometimes. And I don't want you to take all of my accountability king stuff on the show to imply that if someone apologizes, it's all good and it's healthy.
Right.
Because she says, I'm sorry I was so harsh. And she might mean it. Like,
She probably does. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt there.
I don't think Lily is a intentionally malicious, nasty person.
Right.
I think she's self-absorbed, immature, and clueless, and she's desperately insecure, and that cocktail leads to toxic behavior.
Right.
And the reason I say this is because we do see an arc, things get healthier, and by the second film, she's evolved. So I don't think she's a terrible person here, but in what she says, thinks, and does, so like 3 out of 4, she's terrible. But her heart's pretty okay. Nah, I can't even.
It's not who she is underneath.
What she does
that defines her. Cute bag.
If you have someone in your life who is harsh, condescending, critical, and cruel if you don't do what they want, and then when you do what they want, they are bubbly and warm and loving and take your arm and are super close, that is abuse. That is manipulation. That is conditional love, and it's not actually love. And freaking Mia needs to get out and go be Princess of Genovia as soon as possible.
She needs to go with Grandmama.
Hello, princess. You're the most popular girl in school. Everybody wants to take your picture. Everybody wants to be your best friend.
Hi, Lily.
Hi.
Also where they
so you know
filmed,
what? I made a list of all the
Pursuit of
reasons
Happiness.
for you not to be a princess. Number 1, no privacy. Number 2, you always have
I'm just
to
a
look
block
just
away from,
right.
oh, hi, Mom. Okay, this is something I don't know.
Are you okay?
Was she supposed to fall, or
No,
did they?
I think I remember reading that was real, and then they had him run over like they set up
And
the...
then obviously that was a different
Yeah.
setup, yeah.
I really don't want to talk about this at the moment, okay?
Okay. Okay. Well, just one last question. Now that you're out, would you come on my cable show on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Almost.
Okay. I'm gonna
You
buy
almost didn't
another
suck.
charm for your charm bracelet. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna reward you now.
See you Saturday night.
Oh, man, okay.
You gave me what I wanted, so I'm gonna reward you some more.
Here's what irks me. Not only is she toxic, she is all over the map all the time.
She almost wasn't toxic there for a minute.
No,
she was
listen.
being supportive. She was apologizing.
She was, and I
believe that it was genuine.
Well, she's making a list of why not to be a princess because Mia says I don't want to be a princess.
Yeah, so she's trying to be supportive.
Yeah, but then she's like, hey, you don't want to be a princess, but do you want to come on my show and be a princess?
Boy, do I hate the A-list, but do I though? Because I definitely want the clout.
I don't hate her asking Mia to be on her show. Like, look, the show exists to put good out into the world and to spread, awareness on social issues.
Sure.
Would you be willing to come on?
I don't hate her asking this time. I hated her asking the first time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel to me like she has done enough work to come back from that.
Yeah.
To earn this ask.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. Okay, so the biggest question I have then is like, why is Mia putting up with this? Like, why would she have this in her life?
You know what? I would answer that, but we already did. In our Psychology of a Hero for Mia Thermos.
For Mia Thermonuclear.
Which you can watch right here.
Amelia Mionette Thermopolis Reynaldi, Princess.
Oh my gosh.
Of Genovia.
No, I can't believe that you hung me up after all I did for you.
Excuse me?
I kept your royal secret. And
Yeah, she needs her pound of flesh.
How hard it is to have a cable show and keep a secret?
You didn't keep it a secret from me how jerky you thought my being a princess was.
And I think
Well,
Mia does owe
it's
Lily
not
an
your
apology
For
on,
sure.
on a human level.
Yeah.
Not because Lily deserves anything.
But I want you to be.
What?
What?
Exactly.
I didn't mean it. Just the green monster of jealousy came out because you were Miss Popular and I
Okay.
thought I was losing my best
Now we
friend,
go.
so I got angry and
Here we go.
upset and hurt. And I told you, I need an attitude adjustment.
Ownership.
Also, if you dribble
You being
all the
a
way up to your
princess is
shoulders, the ball will get
kind of a
stolen from you.
miracle.
Correct.
Whoa. No. What miracle? It's a nightmare.
No, think about it. I just found out that my cable show only reaches 12 people.
Can't imagine why.
Wanting to rock the world, but having zip power like me, now that's a nightmare. But you, wow. I mean, just,
Honestly, that figure seems a little high.
It seems high.
wow. Wow is having the power to affect change, make people listen. How many teenagers have that power? What more of a miracle do you want?
Well,
That's actually a really good point.
It is.
we'll just have to find a different miracle, not more, just different.
This is the first scene that Lily approximates what a friend is
Tomorrow
supposed to
night
look
is
like.
Genovian Independence Day Ball, and to make up for my missing your cable show, I'm inviting you.
Does feel like
I hope you'll forgive me.
a little bit like an alien read a friendship manual and was like, is this how friend does? I am friend.
Friendship, written by AI.
But what will I wear?
Yay! No, but you know, it doesn't
Listen,
matter.
that's really
I'm just gonna be
sweet.
happy You're gonna come.
Thanks.
It does not erase everything that came before it.
As always, this is as good as it's gonna get.
Let's break down a couple things. One, the pound of flesh.
Sure.
The reason you take someone to task is to hold them accountable and for them to change the behavior and take ownership, or at the very least so that you can voice what it was.
Right.
Mia apologizes and Lily keeps going.
Stop! He's already dead.
The mission is accomplished. Your friend has acknowledged that she should have been there for you. She wasn't, and she apologized. And you're like, I'm not done. And listen, I get it. Sometimes you have enough hurt and anger inside that you can't just drop it immediately or to struggle to drop it immediately. But the mature way to go about this is, thank you for saying so. I'm still mad, and I'm going to need some time to work through that, process through that.
And also, Lily is mad because something good has happened to her friend.
Yeah.
Mia apologized for all the things that she did that were legitimately wrong. She said she'd come on the show, stood her up, and she was hanging out with people that they both agree are kind of scuzzy. She apologized for both of those things. And Lily's like, but I'm still mad at you because you're a princess.
And then I want you to be.
Yeah, she does apologize for it was the green-eyed monster of jealousy and da-da-da-da-da. And that's good accountability. Get activated. And what we need to see now is what?
Change behavior.
Correct.
And I do like the self-awareness which is a new thing.
This is a new world for Lily.
She does it well at her first at-bat.
Yeah, for a first timer.
You know, that she acknowledges this is where the hurtful behavior came from, and I'm sorry.
Sure.
It's really weird. We finally get like 2 minutes of her being a good friend, and then like her arc is over for the film.
That's it. Thanks.
That's it. But acknowledging, I want you to be a princess, and I love Mia's...
What?
Because that's exactly our response. Where the hell did this
come from? You've been so opposed to this the entire time.
But recognizing, you know what, the force for good that you can be when you have a platform is, and also recognizing my platform isn't platforming. But then it also comes down to projection. Even when she's good, she's not that good, because she's like, I want to make a difference in the world. You can, so you should be a princess. Even though before, I was saying you shouldn't be because I was jealous.
She's got a ways to go. But at least she's making progress.
Lily, throughout the film, except at the very end, is toxic. Her behavior is insidious, it is corrosive, it is damaging not only to her friendship, but to Mia's sense of self-worth, to her confidence, and to even her ability to function. And this all comes from a place of deep insecurity. If I had Lily in therapy, the work that I would be doing would be, paradoxically, for a character that we've kind of been dumping on, for her to embrace her worth.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, I don't think Lily is worthless. I don't think anybody is worthless. I think the belief that you are worthless or that you are not enough can lead you to be threatened and insecure and lash out at people instead of supporting them.
That's why she's behaving the way she's behaving. She's actually a very, very worthwhile person. I personally agree with most of her anti-capitalist bullshit.
Yeah.
She's just very irritating in the way that she presents it.
To her credit, we see glimpses throughout the film of her being a good, loving, supportive friend. I think a big issue is because of that insecurity and because she thinks of herself first, the good friend stuff is like an afterthought. As long as everything's fine, she can be a good friend. But the moment that she's threatened, like, she spirals. And that's very human. I think,
sure.
I mean, I can relate to that. Like, long stretches of insecurity, a lot of my worst behaviors and most selfish behaviors were based on that sort of thing. She needs to build on the selflessness. She needs to build on these flashes that we see so that they can have a healthy friendship.
Yeah, and we see, you know, if you watch the second film, A Royal Engagement, she clearly has done that work and become a very supportive, loving friend. And it's great.
Yeah.
Which is probably why she's not in the movie very much, because there's not a lot of dramatic tension in, oh, what a loving, supportive friend.
So until next time.
I've never put on pantyhose before, but it sounds dangerous.
Pick a card, pick a card. Back. And watch movies. Thank you to our patrons over on Patreon, where Cinema Therapy Studios is brewing a new feature film. You can get to see all the behind the scenes stuff, as well as a commercial-free director's cut episodes. Folks like
Mitchell,
Haley Ness,
Jimmy Jams,
Catherine Gregoire,
and Emily Buy.